this is Aline White Swan. Welcome to the Mysterious Domain Timeless Tarot Card Readings. This time I've made 5 stacks for 5 separate readings, and I did not pose a question on any of them. I just did 5 readings that are coming out of nowhere, you could say. So you never know what the subject is going to be. And how these timeless readings work is your intuition will guide you to choose the video, and within the video it will guide you to choose which stack of cards has your answer in it. It doesn't matter how old the video is or whether it's this time or that time, because in the psychic realm there is no time and space. And I will say really only about 3 questions that people ask the cards: their love life, money, their career, and sometimes their health. And so within those 4 areas, but usually it's love, money, career, and those are usually the 3. There's myriad combinations. And so you will find, you're worried about your love life, something will beeline you to the love reading that you need. You're worried about your career, something will beeline you to the career reading that you need. So I hope these readings help. I hope you enjoy them, and I really hope you will like and subscribe and comment. Let me know what you think. And that way the readings will get out to more people. And I really appreciate it. And so y'all take care. And enjoy the readings. Bye-bye. Hello, this is Aline White Swan. Welcome to the Mysterious Domain Tarot Readings. Here I have 5 stacks, and we are the Timeless Tarot Readings. These are personal readings, and I'm not going to focus on a particular subject. I'm just going to let each stack speak for itself. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just get on and going here. So we don't waste any time. Let's do it. This is my basic deck in the Tuatha de Danaan Tarot. This is the second significator. So this is what's covering you. This is what's crossing you. Internal influence, external influence, hidden influence, the understanding. You, the people around you, your hopes and fears, and the outcome. When you have 5, you get less cards. So might be easier. The Empress, crossed by the 6 of Pentacles. Now this is a very generous sign here, because if what's encompassing you is the Empress and what's crossing you is the 6 of Pentacles, which is about generosity and giving and taking and giving and receiving and helping another person out financially and with material things, then that is an amazingly nice place to be. And I focus on this dove here, which is dove of sacrifice. Of course, the white dove is often a symbol of sacrifice. And there's a sacrifice in this card too, because Sir Gawain has to go and risk having his head chopped by the Green Knight. It's called the beheading game. So that's all based in all the human sacrifice, druidic, Celtic stuff in the past. But there is that essence of perhaps when you are gifted with wealth or something like that, sometimes, you need to make a sacrifice. And usually I think that it's in the realm of hard work. But let's see the internal influence. Okay, a shred of skullduggery. And the external influence. Wow, I really feel with these 2 cards. So you have a force coming in, which is the 7 of Swords, which is under the moon in this card. It's the Fairy Queen coming with swords for the guys on the Grail quest, but they don't know if they can trust her because she looks beautiful, but she might be the foul fiend. But when you get this Queen of Cups here, there is a sense of a psychic attunement by this Queen of Cups or Grails to something that is being drawn towards her situation. it's very strong. And it's coming, and this is often called the liar's card, but it sometimes means you've got all your swords, you've got all your ideas on board, and you are going to try to sell something, and she's sensing it and picking it up and feels, we'll see what she feels in a minute. The hidden influence is the devil, which means that she could be suspecting some kind of psychic attack coming from this, and it's really strong in the ethers, kind of negative energy, or this untrustworthy energy is coming in, and the devil is the hidden influence. So that means there's something dark. It means it's something not good there, and it has to do, the understanding has to do with money, resources. So this woman, this Six of Cups, she's very aware that someone is trying to put a move on her on a kind of witchcraft level. We are in the midsummer right now. There's some aspects, in the astrology that would suggest that a lot of people might be casting spells if they are into that, and she's picking it up. And who she is, again, she's or who you are that has this reading, you're a Knight of Pentacles, so you're very grounded. So even though this psychic person is someone that is maybe trying to warn you about something, you might be a bit deaf to it because you're essentially a very down-to-earth, practical type of person that may not buy into the idea of psychics and things, although why would you be watching this video? And you feel like you've accomplished something that's put you in the public in such a way that you've got something, you achieved something, and it's become public, and it's drawing characters, the people around you are Ace of Wands, like they feel very excited for you. There's very much a new beginning for you, that you are perhaps, because of what you've achieved here, you can start to have the life you always wanted, and people see that, and your energy is very strong. Hopes and fears, you're hoping with the Chariot to move forward in victory. You want to move ahead like as fast as you can. The outcome is these Five of Swords. So you've got that conflict. This person with the Seven of Swords that this psychic person is picking up, I feel a psychic attack more than a physical attack. It's just a weird feeling. The Wish card, the Maiden of Pentacles, and the Death card. Strength. So what I see here is that there is a force that will try something to hurt you in some way. But you're strong. You get the Strength card. You're strong. And you're obviously listening to psychics because you're listening to me. And that you are offering, what I see here with the Maiden of Pentacles is you are offering the reward that you achieved, what you got, you're offering it to God. And because you're offering it to God, saying, thank you, God, or I did this for God, I did this for humanity, or I did this for, to further the good, then your situation, your enemy is vanquished, because I feel that this Death card, those are your enemies there. Those are those are these. And it all has to do, the lesson for all of us right now, I feel, is we have to go back to proper moral values, because we're in a war, and the enemy has been so strong for the last few years, just really strong. And there's only one way to fight it. There's only one way to fight the demonic, evil, dark forces that are just striding across our world right now. Is getting back to the basics of God, whether you're Christian or Jewish or whatever, you know. But getting back to your basic, what I like to call your original instructions, like good and evil, you know what those are. We know since children, we know since we're kids, we know what the difference between good and evil. We know. You can't deny that children know what's right and wrong. They may not always act like it, but they know. So basically, there you've achieved something, you've got a prize, a trophy, you've succeeded, you become a public perhaps figure, you become public, and because you've achieved this and you become public with it, you're attracting dark forces. And these dark forces, because you're strong, and the strength card is with you, the major card, and because you have that wish, which is a beautiful, and you've given it to God, your enemies are defeated. This is a really great reading. But, you know, listen to your intuition, listen to your psychic friends. They don't steer you wrong, not unless they're one of those, you know, those readers that likes to scare people. There unfortunately, those are out there. And thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed that reading and it helps you a lot. So we're doing reading number 2. This is what's covering you. This is crossing you. This is the hidden influence. This is the internal influence, external influence, hidden influence, understanding you, the people around you, the hopes and fears, and the outcome. Queen of Swords crossed by the Three of Grails. Yeah, the Queen of Swords, you know, she's a very kind of executive thinking type woman. She's very clear. She's very more intellectual type of woman. But she plants her sword in the soil because she's not a warrior particularly. And she's got a dove on her hand and she's got the swans. And she's a very feminine but very smart woman who can see keenly what's going on. And is crossed by the fact that maybe she needs to lighten up, she needs to do a 3 of Cups, she needs to have a party, or she needs to have a celebration, she needs to have some fun. And the World card is the internal influence because she's come to the end of a cycle. So she's completed something and it's been important, or a stage in her life. She's maybe completed a stage in her life. And now she wants to lighten up. She's ready for some fun. And again, the new energy, the external influence, her message is coming in. Or to me, this is the card that started this tarot deck, the Maiden of Wands with the fiery spear coming through as a herald. Something new is about to begin. Something is beginning. Something exciting and something fiery and illuminating is coming. You know, and she's kind of been waiting because she's, you know, this Queen of Swords, you know, in a way she hasn't been having any fun, I guess, because, you know, she's crossed by the fun card. Yeah, the Tower. So the hidden influence is the Tower, so she's getting a shake-up. She's getting her reality shook, and her understanding is, yeah, the 8 of Cups. She has to leave. She has to get these emotional things in order, and she has to leave the patterns of the past. She will. She's ready to say that era of my life is over, and now I'm moving on to a new quest, you know, with the white stag there. I'm moving on to a new time in my life and a new mission. So this is you, the Judgment card. You see, look at major cards. You get a lot of major cards here, 3. World, Tower, and Judgment. So this is actually, you can't do anything about this. This is destiny. This is karma, whatever you want to call it. The Last Judgment, you know, because this is you, you know that this new path in life is preordained and it's time for you to go. People around you, Magician. Oh, wow. So this, I would say, is you're perceived as a magician. Another major arcana card. You're perceived by the people around you as a magician, because I think this Queen of Swords has done some magical things. Maybe she's written tremendous books or poetry, or she's She's done things with communication. She's been a very strong success, a force to be reckoned with, who looks to other people like a magician. Like whatever she does, it turns out perfectly. Hopes and fears. Well, you're hoping to make a lot of money. You're hoping to reestablish your 10 of Pentacles. That's Camelot. That's the castle. That's the family. That's the wealth, the wealthy family. So you're really hoping to achieve that. And you've got the 7 of Cups. So that means you have to traverse a bit of an emotional quagmire to decide which one of those symbols is the real deal. Because even though you know you have a destiny and you feel it and it's coming, there are still choices you have to make. That's your test, is about the choices. Here's your King of Swords. So there's a match here. That's fantastic. A 2 of Pentacles. A 2 of Cups. So this could be a relationship coming along at this very time. And if you haven't been in a relationship up until now, this, you're worried, could throw you for a loop. Like, you know, okay, is this part of my destiny or not part of my destiny? Here's the emotional confusion and not being sure what to do. And again, this is like juggling, like, do I get involved with this person? But there's lots of money. Oh, definitely get involved with this person. Definitely get involved with this person. Because you've got, this is the beautiful 9 of Pentacles, the beautiful life, you know, the beautiful lifestyle. The money's good. You know, you're 1 card away from the 10 of Pentacles and the victory card, the 6 of Wands. You need to have some fun anyway. So you're coming out of one phase of life, moving into another phase of life, and this person coming along is compatible. You're both swords, and they are probably part of your destiny. So don't, you know, a sword person might fear their emotions a bit, but don't fear your emotions. They're not going to steer you wrong in this case. So wow, that is just groovy. I think you have a very excellent time coming up for you. Yes. And because these are major cards, you just follow your destiny. You just follow where you feel you're directed to go. And you won't probably even have to think about it, because those things have a way of just happening, right? They just kind of happen and you're there. I hope you enjoyed that reading, and I hope you get something out of it and it helps you. And I really hope it comes true for you and you really have that wonderful outcome. Now we have reading number 3. This is what's covering you. This is what's crossing you. Internal influence, external influence, hidden influence, the understanding. Here's you, people around you, your hopes and fears, and your outcome. So, oh boy, you're moving. Knight of Wands, that's Merlin on the white horse. She's galloping off in a cloud of birds. He's like moving. He's just ready to roll, and he's crossed by the 3. It's interesting, that last card was crossed by a 3, and now you've got a 3 of Swords. So what's the internal influence? The Moon. External influence, Justice. So you're flanked by the Moon and Justice. To me, this is the jealousy card. It's called communication cut off, but it's often a jealousy card, with the Moon especially. So you're trying to escape perhaps a difficult relationship, a difficult situation with someone who's quite jealous and possessive. And the Justice card is there because the Justice is there to help you, because you're trying to escape. Yeah, the hidden influence is the mind in a circle, but this is also an 8 of Swords, a card of imprisonment. It's like somebody's just got you, you know, stuck in that circle of swords. Or they're also abducting. This is Mordred abducting Guinevere down under the well into the other world in the well. So it's a stealing of your soul. You know, you feel that this jealous person has stolen your soul, and the understanding is, yeah, here's this woman up here, the Queen of Pentacles, we'll see who she is, but I'm not sure if you had a relationship and you strayed, or if you were just involved in something and you wanted to end it. But hopefully we'll see. Yeah, here you are. You're the Ace of Cups, so you're a lover. You really have a good heart, and you really looking for love. And the people around you see you as a teacher. They see you as an honorable and respectable person, a Hierophant. You know, you're like a spiritual guide to people. You're a mentor. You're an inspiration. And these are major cards again. So these are things that are destined, you know. And you can find help out here in this awful thing. And the stars, you're hoping for protection from above, you know. You want these things to be in balance. You want a blessing, you know. You're hoping that you will get a blessing, and the end is the Ten of Swords. Now, the Ten of Swords can be an absolute devastation, or it can be the darkness before the dawn. So I'm just curious who this woman is. Temperance. Queen of Pentacles with Temperance. So this is a very patient individual, and they are not the problem. Who's the jealous? Who's the jealous? Let me see. What's this envy or... Is it you that's jealous? Is it you that's hopping mad? Because the Queen of Pentacles with the Temperance is the kind of chill one. That's the one that's spiritual and chilled out. Because it looks like there's a friendship that you had a lot of hope for building something with. You really had a dream that this was the right person for you to build something with, and you got a bit obsessed. And I'm beginning to think that you're the jealous one, my friend. You're the one. Oh boy, and you really are. That's why you got a heart full of love for this person. But you know, they are chill. They are Temperance. They're unavailable. I'd say they're remote. And it's not because you're not worthy or anything, because you're seeing, you know, the people around you see you in quite a respectful way, but they just may not be available for, could be many reasons. To me, it just feels like they're kind of off planet almost, like maybe they are no longer with us. I don't know, or they're so spiritualized that they just don't do relationships anymore. And that's the kind of person that might capture your imagination, because your hope and fear is the star, and the star is a very spiritual card. It's very much like you are seeking to attain the spirituality of this other person by being involved with them. But see, that's really inside of you. It's really inside of you. And you just need to realize that they are symbolizing, like, you know, anima animus, you know, they're symbolizing your anima. And that's why you're so attracted. And because the sun here, you know, it's a friendship. It started as a friendship, and the sun is again is in the sense of an infatuation, because you've put them in such a tremendous light, and you feel you want to do something to prove yourself to this person and to show them, you know, but there's not a romantic potential here. And maybe once you let that go, if that's what you were hoping for, if they've left, if they have gone away, just realize this is like one of those agape relationships where it's a spiritual connection, and it's not meant to be physical, because this can also be they've gone away and this is the communications cut off. So they've left without, and they don't talk to you anymore. This is another way to read this. They've left and they don't talk to you anymore, and you're feeling devastated and confused and in the dark about why aren't they communicating, because you have love in your heart, and they've, you know, you've been a teacher, or they've been a teacher, and this is a spiritual, and you're getting depressed and miserable. But you know, because you really have invested an awful lot of love and emotional admiration and everything else into this person. And she feels really far away. If she hasn't passed on, then they're far, far away. And the relationship isn't meant to be physical. So I hope that helped. It's not much fun, but, I hope you get something from that and help. Sometimes when you let go of something, it comes back, and it may not be the form you thought, but it may be the best form for it. You know what I mean? Now here's the fourth reading. Here's what's covering you. Here's what's crossing you. Internal influence, external influence, the hidden influence, the understanding, you, the people around you, hopes and fears and outcome. So, all right, Two of Wands and the Hermit. So with the Two of Wands, you're thinking about a partnership of some kind, a fiery partnership. Not necessarily a romantic partnership, but it could be, but you're crossed by the Hermit. So maybe you've been isolating, or you've just been hanging out and doing a lot of soul searching. Internally, man, you are on fire. So here you go. You're looking for some connection, because the Eight of Wands is like whoosh, whoosh, passion. We got the green and burning tree. You got your burning tree here, and you've got the High Priestess as the external influence. So you appear to be a very self-contained person that does well on your own. You look that way, and you think you are that way, but actually inside yourself you are burning with passion. You are needing some romance. I need some romance. And the hidden influences, there's a wonderful, happy Four of Spears here. Maybe you went to a wedding and you realize you're sick of being a hermit and a High Priestess. You want to be married, you want to have some romance. And then the understanding is the Hangman, your love life has been on hold. Your love life's been on hold. You've been hung up. Maybe the right person never shows up, or you just don't connect with anyone, or with a Hermit and a High Priestess, you're a really deep thinker and very intuitive and maybe psychic, and that throws some people can't handle being around psychics, I'll tell you that. So you feel that you've made a sacrifice, or you've been a sacrifice, your life has been sacrificed, because these are the major cards, right? The Hermit, the High Priestess, like a nun, right? And it's but inside, your other self is going, oh God, I hate this. Here you are, you're a King of Pentacles, so you've got a lot of you've got a nice house, you've got some property, you can provide, you're doing okay materially, and the people around you, they see that you need to test the wind here and pay attention. There's a lot of people paying attention to you. They're really looking at you and puzzled by you, I think. A lot of people don't understand, because when you're like this, if you get that Eight of Wands inside of you and you're exuding this Two of Wands, they can tell you're a pent-up person who's always alone. Your hope and fear, that's like a divine intervention, the Ace of Swords. It's like the Lady of the Lake lifting the sword for King Arthur, and it's a magic sword. It's like that, that's a gift from God, like a decision from God. Like, okay, you're saying, well, I need, this, and where is it, right? And this is the past. Okay, the past, the Six of Cups. It's usually a pleasant thing from the past, but we'll see. In the past, you got horribly hurt, of course, and disappointed. That's the Nine of Swords with the Five of Cups. So in the past, you were really devastated in love. And the Emperor, maybe this was a marriage. This was the person you thought you were supposed to be with, and you can't seem to let it go. You can't seem to let it go. And there have been people around who have shown an interest in you, but you don't reciprocate. Instead, you've been putting yourself behind a wall, or you've been, they come and they see you don't put any effort, and then you, they're offering love, but you're too, like, you've been too wounded and scared, so you've got to, like, this is why you got this Salome cutting the head off there, because the head is the problem, really. You got to decide that you're not going to do this to yourself anymore. Like you could spontaneously combust or something, if you don't get out and at least go out and meet people and sort of participate in life, right? You just got to figure out how to do that. You got the money. If you're a King of Pentacles, you got the money, so it's not that isn't the issue. You just need to get out, and there's a lot of energy for you to just leave the past hurts behind, the past trauma. Just leave it behind. You got to, because it's like you're on the edge. There's some things you just have to do, even if it hurts, even if it's scary. You just have to do it for your health, for your sanity. Okay, well, I know that's a little hard one, but I hope it helps, and I hope you see what I'm trying to tell you, that don't stay in your shell and don't stay in the fear mode. Just start getting out. Just even if you get out into a crowd or something, or into some festivity, and just get used to being around people. I hope that helped. Thank you for listening. Here's reading number 5. Here's what's covering you, what's crossing you. Internal influence, external influence, the hidden influence, the understanding. Here's you, people around you, the hopes and fears, and the outcome. The Wheel of Fortune. Well, you've got the Wheel of Fortune right there, crossed by you, holding on to all your money for dear life. You got the Wheel of Fortune, and you're just blocking yourself. There's the Knight of Cups, and the internal influence is the Knight of Cups. So I feel you, and the Nine of Spears. Yeah, you want to get a lucky break, but you're not too willing to invest. You're kind of, I'm going to offer the absolute minimum at this point, because I really don't want to lose what I've got, and I'm very much protective. I'm waiting for my ship to come in, and it's not here yet, so I'm a little cagey about this. The 5 of Wands, the hidden influence is a conflict, like a competition, and the understanding is the Lovers, and the Lovers is like a lot of times about a choice, and not necessarily about romance, but we'll see. Here's you. You're the 8 of Pentacles, which is about work and career. So you don't want to spend your money. You've got an opportunity, because you got the Wheel of Fortune there. You've got an opportunity, but you don't want to lose any of your money. You don't want to spend your money. And you're kind of hoping you can just kind of stick your toe in and, kind of be half in and half out, and not you jump in all the way. Because you're still waiting for something to come to you before you take the plunge. And so you've got an inner conflict, because you don't know what to do, really. You want to succeed. You want to learn and evolve. People around you that, this card, the 10 of Cups, is usually a good card, but sometimes it shows up, and this is what I'm feeling. If you're drinking too much, or you're too much into escapism, and your emotions are just running you, and you're just, because to me, you don't look very happy here. You look like you want to go forward, but you're afraid to. You don't want to get financially stung or something. And so this can be people seeing that you are being too emotional about it. Yeah, see, you're afraid of poverty. This, that, your hopes and fears is the Five of Pentacles. That's the poor person card. So you're really got a deep fear of poverty going on, which is, you know, it's easy to understand that. I don't know why people don't understand that. And then you've got the Queen of Wands at the end. So what I'm going to do, and she's a really confident person. I mean, the Queen of Wands is like a Leo, you know, she's very sure of herself, you know, and she's a warm presence. And it could be, you know, this Nine of Pentacles, you're waiting for something from her. On this Nine of Wands, you're waiting for something from her. Let's see what this Lover's card is about. Oh, well, there you go, the King and the Queen. So there is a relationship in here, and you're, let's see, let me just see what's, oh, maybe you don't know who to pick. Oh my God, you got the King of Wands and the King of Grails. We're on the Lover's card where you got to make a choice. And you don't look like you want to dive into any of them at this point, because you're just too, like, let's see. You're uncomfortable. You're uncomfortable. See, we got the Four of Cups, the Fool, and then that's uncomfortable. I don't want to be made out of fool. It's too risky for me. I can't accept this. And then you have the Three of Wands. So you're thinking about business, or you're thinking about practical things, you know, or you're thinking about three people, because that's a Three of Wands, and maybe you don't know if you want to, you know, you just want to be alone in your cave with your Four of Swords, meditating, and just your tendency is to retreat from the situation. Yeah, so if you've got a choice between two lovers, or two potential lovers, or maybe one that you've had and another one coming in, or you broke up and there's a new one, or there's some configuration where there's two, you are like not going for either one, because you are so uncomfortable. This whole situation makes you really uncomfortable. Maybe one of them is married, maybe, you know, there could be any conglomeration of reasons that this makes you deeply uneasy, and you want to just go to work. This could be too the Ten of Cups, how people see you is they see you as maybe you get so much love. I've known people like this. Everyone loves them. Everyone loves them. Even when they're rude and unpleasant, people still just love these people. I've seen it. I've seen people like that. And you're not comfortable. And that's all I can say. You just want to do your own thing right now, because the idea of moving into something right now is a burden. It's too much, and maybe it's too much attention. Maybe you're getting too much attention and you're just not handling it. You don't want it right now. So that's your choice, you know. These aren't right, these aren't right for you. Then you got a right to it, you know, go in your cave and work on crafts, or do whatever you do, like, and just kind of chill, but you feel like you just really want to hide and retreat. Now, I'm not sure that that's great, but it's understandable when you're feeling like this. So I hope that helped. And thank you for watching the video. And I hope you come back and it did you some good. Okay? So thank y'all, and yeah. Okay, we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.